What a curious collection of kindred we have here. Mathias the pariah, Mars the star, Tim the grim, Antonio the lonely, and Reggie. Poor Reggie. I feel for them all, I do. Caught in a web they can't even see. Maybe they'll get some answers tonight. It's the witching hour, my friends. Which of our coterie will find it first? That much remains to be seen. And now the Prince of Seattle is dead, wrapped in plastic. Our band of misfits are well poised to make waves, if they want to. Or, ashes to ashes, they'll all fall down. Let's see what the cards have in store.
Hey.
There's other things other than us.
Oh, I'm very aware of that.
Prince Alec Cross has met the final death.
Good evening, travelers, and welcome to the court of the Jester Princes. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, and we are playing Vampire the Masquerade. That is not numbers, Sky. Sorry. Sky just sent me end time !% parentheses. Just really threw me off. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, and we are playing Vampire the Masquerade, Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, Sky Swanson.
Did you know that some species of fish will raise their young in their mouth? It's called mouth brooding, and only a few species do it. The female will place eggs into her mouth before the male will fertilize them. Once the eggs have hatched, most species will send them on their way. But a few, like cichlids and arowanas, will continue the development over long periods of time. Fuck birds.
It's so refreshing.
I really didn't want to know that.
These people want me to do bird facts. I'm terrified of birds. Reggie
is terrified of birds. If it's one thing everyone misses while they listen to a podcast, it's listening to someone read from a slide.
Andrew Frost.
Hello, my name is Antonio Stregano. It's good to meet you. That's it.
Nice.
Rachel Kordell.
My name is Mars, and tonight's song is Put Your Head on My Shoulder by Paul Anka.
Put your head on my shoulder. Oh, we don't own the rights.
I'm begging you.
You gotta put your head.
Oh my god.
Guys, it's too good.
It's a great rendition.
Does not work well with my ears.
Casey Reardon.
Matthias Wilson, are you thirsting for a Thurston fact?
You know I am.
You're goddamn right I am.
Go.
Did you know that Howard Thurston attended Mount Herman School for Boys in Northfield, Massachusetts? He was also a student with Lee DeForest, the father of American radio.
Wow.
That's a Thurston
Royalty.
fact.
My grandpa went to school with Mo from the Three Stooges.
Wow. I didn't realize this was Frost Facts.
It is.
Stay in your lane.
This is my show now. So petty. I sold fizzy lifting drinks. Me.
Oh my god.
And Seth Coveyou.
I played Timothy Foster.
Thank you. Last time on Midnight Gravity.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
4 of 5 of our coterie of misfits were called to Cross Tech in downtown Seattle for a 12:30 meeting with Prince Alec Cross, the vampiric pseudo-feudal leader of the Camarilla here in Seattle. However, upon arriving, Mr. Cross was not punctual for his meeting, and the coterie were then told that, in fact, the prince had met his final death. They headed back out to their domain over in Magnolia to regroup and recollect, try and figure out exactly what it meant, this mysterious note they received, planted on a stake in the heart of one Reggie Hale, who went off on their own to try and tamp down their burgeoning hunger, and was greeted with a horrifying vision of the top of that very tower exploding into flames. Timothy Foster, thinking to consult a master of the occult, went up to a small shop of mystic esoterica called Karma on the north side of Seattle, met with one Runa Roth, a Malkavian and owner of the shop. Upon handing them the note, however, Runa was flung back in their chair, their eyes shone gold, the charms hanging in the room rattled, and all the lights in the room went out. And Timothy Foster yelled,
Jesus Christ! Is that good? Did you like that?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, good.
They take a harm just saying that name.
And the episode ends as quickly as it begins. The light in Runa's eyes winks out. They sort of slump down in their chair. You are in complete darkness. You just see little barely glimmering wisps of smoke from the candles that all went out.
What the fuck? I reach out a hand and just kind of poke him tentatively.
Yeah, you poke him. He kind of oh, I'm sorry. That was unexpected.
I'll say.
Wow. The Oculus. It's here.
The what now?
The Oculus. It's in Seattle.
Oh, I've heard of those. There's lots of Oculuses, dude. It's a whole thing.
Are there?
Yeah, it's like VR gaming.
Oh, I don't think that's what it is. But I don't know for sure.
Right, that would make sense. You wouldn't have a spiritual episode to find a video game console.
No, I did have a spiritual episode about someone's vape pen once, but that was because it was filled with the blood of a murdered innocent. So that was just sort of a whole other deal. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. The word just appeared in my mind, emblazoned in giant burning letters. Isn't that strange? I don't know what it means.
Yeah, okay.
Curious. Where did you find this note?
Oh, around.
Okay, you don't have to tell me. That's fine. Could I do a reading for you, please?
Oh, sure. I'm not really into that kind of thing.
That's fine. It does. You don't have to be into it for it to be into you. I think it would be helpful for both of us.
Oh, are you coming on to me? Wait, I don't say that. No, I don't say that. I'm sorry. Let me take it back. Sure. If I guess if it's free.
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I won't charge extra.
What do you mean charge extra?
Well, you came in for a service. It's part of the service.
Being charged? I didn't even know. What are your rates?
Oh, very reasonable. They point to the wall where there would be a sign hanging, but it's completely dark.
It's getting broken off and splintered on the floor.
Just cracked, and it's just dark.
Haircut,
and just
$20.
Well, I charge very reasonable. $40 for a typical reading. That's all.
$40. Oh my gosh.
Do you take haunted cars?
You can pay. You don't have to pay me tonight. I understand this is a difficult time. It's fine. Let me just do the reading. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Is this a hand thing, or you got cards?
Yes. They pull out a deck of cards. They start shuffling it. They start giving you a little kind of like a setup sort of speech, preamble, talking about the history of tarot and the mystical meanings and all these things. And then they kind of just stop halfway through and say, I'm sorry, you don't care about any of that. Listen, the long and short of it is, it works, especially for us.
I mean, I've only witnessed one successful tarot card reading, and it was kind of a wash either way.
Okay.
It was whether or not my friend Jared would forget his toast in the toaster.
And did he?
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. They start shuffling the deck. At one point, they stopped and go, "What's your name, by the way? I didn't get an introduction. I assume you know me, or you wouldn't be here."
Well, I don't actually know you, but I was recommended by a mutual friend.
Okay, and
Pox.
you're Pox? Yeah, I know Pox. Yeah, you're one of those that are hanging out in Magnolia, then, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Timothy.
Timothy, a pleasure. I'm Runa. Nice to formally meet you.
Yeah, just putting it out there. Not Tim. Timothy.
Not Tim. You got it. They shuffle the deck. They start dealing out cards. They offer it to you to cut as a participant.
Sure, I'll just cut it right there.
As you cut it, they focus on you. You see there's a little glint in their eyes again. They do relight the candles at some point as well. And they look at you, and they kind of seem to be scanning you for something. Go, okay, born in August and died in November. Waking Leo, sleeping Scorpio. Okay. And they flip the first card off the top and set it down on the table. You see an image of a figure who is crowned by the crescent moon in a chariot that is being pulled by two sphinxes, one black and one white.
Ooh, cool.
And they say, the chariot. Okay. The chariot is your way onward after you achieve your goals. It is control and confidence and the path to success and where it leads after. But reversed, as it is here, it's been tipped off the road. It's not broken, but something needs to be resolved before you can finish your journey.
Okay.
Acceptable answer. They flip another card. You see, again, inverted this symbol, or this card with 6 cups full of white flowers and 2 children. The 6 of cups reversed. Nostalgia, reconciliation, visions of the past, returning to plague you. Memories that might be better left undisturbed. Sorry, I know we have a lot of those.
Can't be me.
They flip over another card. You see the moon glimmering over a forest path leading to a pond. On one side there is a wolf, and on the other side is a dog. And they say, the moon tells us that everything is really 2 things. The feral beast and the civilized companion. And nothing is as it seems. So beware the deceiver and beware the deceived. And they flip over the last card. And you see a huge shining spire that twists up to the heavens through the clouds, now crumbling to the earth. There is fire and lightning, floodwaters rising, and these tiny little specks of people falling to their deaths. And Runa furrows their brow and says, and the tower. A sudden change beyond your control. An inevitable collapse. A warning to those who cling too tightly to what they think they want. The tower. Well, I hope that was helpful.
What part of that could have been helpful?
They kind of tilt their head and start collecting their cards, and they say, I understand, Timothy. These things tend to make more sense in the long run. You don't have to pay me right now. That's fine. But when you recognize these cards appearing in your nights, you can come back to me.
All right. Fat chance of that, anyway. I turn to leave.
You turn around, you bump into the person who you had earlier crept up on to ask where the owner of the shop was. They had kind of come to the door hearing the crash and are like, oh, sorry, everything okay in there?
Oh, yeah, just got very real.
Yeah, I can do that. Isn't Runa great at this?
So good. So good. Yeah. Well, are you gonna go in?
Oh, no, I just was worried. I just heard the crash and thought someone might be hurt, that's all.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, let me get out of your way. And they awkward shuffle through the cramped bookshelves. And, you head out. You going back to the coterie or heading out on your own?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the house.
Okay.
For sure.
Everyone else, you guys are back at this little house at the end of a cul-de-sac in Magnolia. This dark little grimy hacker cave, essentially. Pox doesn't even sleep here during the day. Like, this is not her haven. This is just where she keeps her computers and shit. So, what are you guys all up to? Any consultations, discussions, problem solving?
I think Reggie is sitting on top of the back of one of the couches that's kind of pushed up against some of the windows in the living room and is just peering through the blinds and is convinced that there's somebody out there watching them.
Mathias is kind of back up in the living room, and I think he makes his way over to the bathroom, actually, and takes out his phone and texts Cassandra back and just types, Cross has taken the last death. You'll probably find out soon, if you don't know already.
Okay, you'll get a response in a moment. Mars and Antonio?
I think Antonio's just at the table with a couple of books he has about basically just Nautism and the princes and all of that. Just trying to see what kind of stuff there is about Prince Death.
Yeah, sure. That's a great, thank you. That's a lovely introduction to some lore. Go ahead and roll some dice for me. Let's roll intelligence academics, not counting your specialty in theology. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Mars, what are you up to in the house?
I think Mars would just be like confused about what is happening.
Yeah.
Not usually her deal to get involved politically, but this seems a little odd, especially with the weirdly timed stake of the coterie member, Reggie, so I could see her kind of leaning over the table while Antonio reads and is maybe kind of just like, what is happening? And like Mathias like leaves to go take the he's like, where are you? Okay, well, this is kind of weird, right? This is weird,
yeah,
Antonio?
Yeah, it is.
This is weird, yeah. Like, I mean, I've seen some stuff, but this is just so slippery, like not like just under the radar. Like, I don't Mathias got a text tonight. Like, I know scheduled messages, but that just seems...
Too convenient.
Too convenient, exactly. For a Venture Prince? Seriously?
Yeah, no. He must have felt secure enough to send it. It's not like them to have someone wait.
I don't know.
But the amount of power that one would need to take a prince down, something's not adding up.
I don't know. Maybe this is time to write some music. And I'll go and like find a piece of paper and start writing something. Yeah.
Okay. So what'd you get on your roll?
I got 8 out of 2 successes.
With a messy critical.
For a messy critical.
8 successes with a messy critical. Ooh. So a messy critical. First of all, a critical in Vampire V5. It's a dice pool game. A critical happens when you get at least 2 10s in your dice pool. Every pair of 10s adds 2 extra successes. So 1 10 is just 1 success, but 2 10s is 4.
Wow.
If one of those 10s appears on a hunger die, a red hunger die, it's a messy critical. And it means that the beast is lurking in your subconscious and gonna make something about this difficult for you. Now, in this case, you're sitting alone at this table. Mars goes off to write some music. There's not a whole lot around that you could truly make worse. But I am going to give you a compulsion that essentially, for the rest of this scene, you are hyper-fixated on this book and this knowledge. And whatever you find in here, 8 successes is a lot, but whatever you find in here, you're convinced like there's gotta be an answer in here. There's gotta be an answer in these books.
Yeah.
With 8 successes, though, you have these books on Nautism. Nautism is, for those coterie members and listeners who don't know, the kindred equivalent of most Abrahamic religions. It sort of covers a lot of the same space, but with all the vampiric lore added. So that's where we get our lore about Cain, the father of vampires, and the ancient cities that they lived in or unlived in. Gotta get used to that. The best comparison, the best note that you can find is that Gehenna, the Nautist apocalypse, is supposed to happen in the time of thin blood when caitiff princes rule, caitiff meaning clanless, and the antediluvians, the eldest vampires on Earth, rise to consume their childer. And Kindred Society did have one run-in with this back in the 90s, but since then, none of that seems to have happened, other than the thin bloods, but they're always kind of lurking around. No one likes them anyway. So there doesn't seem to be anything specifically about the death of a prince. That could be anything. An assassination, could be Second Inquisition hunters taking a strike on Cross, could be a rival, could be completely self-inflicted somehow. There's nothing in the books that will communicate this to you. On an 8 successes, however, because you got 8, I want to reward that, I will give you one other thing. During that time, in 1999, when Kindred thought the apocalypse was upon them,
oh, I'm aware,
you did hear a ghostly whisper that has been echoed tonight. The Midnight Will. You've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's 8 successes. If you have any other questions you want to ask, I will give them to you, but that is truthfully the only knowledge that you can find in the book, and now you're just kind of poring over, looking for any hints, any clues that could remain.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I think Antonio just kind of pours into it for an indefinite amount of time, unless someone interrupts him.
Mathias, you see a text bubble pop up several times and then go away and then pop up and go away and pop up and go away. And eventually just comes back, shit, with like 7 eyes.
Yeah.
And then a follow-up that says, keep your head down. We'll be in touch.
I just respond with, that's what I'm good at.
As you're sending that text, everybody, including Timothy, as you're driving back from Karma, gets another text on their phones.
Ooh, even Reggie?
No, not Reggie. Not Reggie. Everyone
Never
but Reggie. You get a text from what is disguised as like cross-tech announcements, like as if you're subscribed to a newsletter, but what is used to communicate with Kindred on the secure network that Cross has set up in Seattle. The text reads, "Attention all associates. Mr. Cross is stepping down as CEO of CrossTech effective immediately. No reason has been given at this time. The board has called for an emergency meeting on Saturday, February 27th, to discuss the situation and possible transition plans. All associates are expected to attend. Thank you for your patience in this difficult time. Details to follow." Essentially saying, the prince is dead. Elysium on Saturday. Be there.
Yep.
But it doesn't say the prince is dead. It says...
Well, it's implied. He's stepping down with no reason. That kind of...
But I just want to make sure
like code,
that's
right?
clear to us, right? Like that is...
Yes, it is clear to you that that's what they're
Okay.
talking about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought he was a real bang-up guy, stepping down like that, waiting for someone else to come in and take the lead. A better leader. Yeah, that's what we needed. I wish the guy well.
I mean, I do agree, but...
You all get this coded message confirming what you already know. Pox kind of comes up from downstairs and is like, you guys get this? Okay, cool. Shit. Man, so it's real, huh?
Do we get something?
Wait, you thought we were lying?
I didn't think you were lying. I just was not expecting... Sorry, Reggie, are you not on the network?
Reggie is back to staring out the window and is not paying attention, and you just see them go, "That's the 5th Toyota Camry to go around this block."
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
When Reggie brings up, like, what did we all get something, I would show them the message, but I think upon seeing it, Mars would say something along the lines of like, see, now it is my problem. Like,
Oh, I got one too. Never mind.
You guys are discussing this. Timothy, your van pulls up a minute later.
I turn on the radio.
Static, searching through, late night talk show, jazz music. You hear that eerie voice from before.
What? What's going on?
You were talking about something earlier.
Oh, yeah.
For fuck's sake. What were you talking about?
Well, that's no fun. What do you do for me if I tell you?
Name a price.
Okay. I want to be cleaned. You haven't cleaned this van in like 2 years.
How?
Go to a car wash.
Do you know a 24-hour car wash?
Yeah?
Where?
What?
I mean, probably somewhere. Find one. I don't care. That's your problem. Clean it yourself. Get a rag and some soap water.
Okay, fine. I'll wash just the outside, right?
We can make a bargain for the inside later.
Okay, I'll wash the outside and I'll check your tire pressure.
The prince is dead.
I knew that already.
Okay, that's not my problem.
Well, how does that relate to me?
Well, that was your only lifeline, was your security in Seattle. There's no one to root for you anymore.
Are you telling me the prince was rooting for me?
I'm telling you he didn't kill you immediately when you showed up and poached on his territory. And whoever comes after him might not be as kind. You filthy blood-sucking monster.
Maud, I thought we were past this.
How can we be past this? You killed me. You killed me.
Okay, fine.
I'm not past it.
I put my fist into the radio to turn it off.
Yep, smash it.
Whoa!
I get out and I slam the door. And I angrily stomp over to the garden hose. And I take it up and I do one squirt at the windshield and throw it at the hood. And I say, "Fuck you, Maud." And I get back, I go inside.
The headlights blink once, just a little cheeky flash.
Reggie turns to the group and is just like, Timothy's here. Everyone heard him shout, fuck you.
Wait, Timothy was gone.
Reggie goes back to staring at the window.
Intro.
When did Timothy go?
He left a while ago.
Timothy left after the meeting, right? I don't actually know where he was going, but
As soon as he heard the name of some psychic, I guess.
Nah.
The door opens and I kind of stomp in angrily, still heated, breathing heavily, which is weird because I don't have breath.
No, but you are using Blush of Life right now.
Sure, yeah. I turn and look at everyone, and I assume they're just staring at me.
eyes wide.
A little bit.
I just what?
You good?
Find anything out?
Yeah, I'm fine. What's an Oculus?
It's a VR thing, I think.
No, I know the VR thing.
Yeah, it was a headset that came out a while ago.
No, stop it. It's mystical. Okay, this is something, an artifact. It's here. That's all I got.
Can I make some kind of roll on that?
Yeah, anybody would like to.
I have a cult, so
I think I shouldn't be able to.
No, probably. It's this.
Yeah.
Mind if I?
This is intelligence occult.
yeah.
Antonio, you are welcome to roll intelligence academics. You'll get different information.
Okay, I'll do that.
I definitely don't know.
What does Reggie have?
Honestly, Reggie, I want you to roll something else. I'd like you to roll.
Oh, joy.
Just do a rouse check.
Just do a rouse check.
No,
real
don't do a rouse check. You don't need a rouse check.
quick.
I would like you to roll resolve plus auspex.
Resolve plus aspect. Oh God.
I got a 0.
Nice.
That's so upsetting. I rolled a 3, 2 2s, and a 1.
You sure did. But you have 3 non-hunger dice, which you could re-roll with a willpower if you so choose.
Nah, I don't know if that's worth it.
It might be worth it. As something of a house rule, because we have short sessions, you guys are going to regain willpower every in-game night, equal to the higher of your resolve or composure stat. And, it's past midnight. It's getting closer to dawn. Probably don't need that much willpower tonight. So, it's not worth it.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that then.
Use it.
2 successes. Okay.
Yep, 2 successes for Mathias.
Got it. And what did Antonio get?
Antonio got 5.
Antonio got 5. Okay.
Oh, success. Wait. Yeah.
You got 4.
That's
4
like
successes.
Ooh, you crit!
Wow. Okay, Sky rolled a very funny roll. He did roll a double bestial failure, but on the 2 non-hunger dice, 2 10s, meaning 4 successes, which means it's not a bestial failure. It's a success.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Because you didn't fail.
If one of those 10s had been a failure instead, that would have been a horrible failure for you.
Man.
Okay,
If only.
let's resolve these in order of successes. Actually, no. Let's resolve these in order of dramatic importance. Antonio, 5 successes. You know the 2 non-mystical definitions of an Oculus. You know A, 3, I guess, if you count the VR headset. You know A. First of all, the word comes from Latin. It means eye. In architecture, it is a round or eye-like opening, like a hole at the top of a dome or a circular window, or, you get them a lot in churches, so you're pretty familiar. It is also an obsolete word for like a leaf, a bud of a leaf, because it's kind of like a
Really?
little eyelet. Yep,
I didn't know that.
according to Google.
Okay.
Hey, we all learned something today. We're getting a lot
We
of
all
facts.
could have Googled that.
I'm just putting this in my notes. Antonio Stregano knows a lot about architecture.
We make characters with depth here, okay?
It
Yeah.
We have
it
layers.
comes up a lot in various like medical, historical, kind of like anyone wanting to say eye and mean it fancily, they'll say Oculus instead, right? So those are the definitions you know. Mystically, not sure. Mathias, 2 successes on an occult roll. You don't know what the Oculus is, but you think Timothy's right that it's some kind of artifact or possibly a location, and that the best people to ask about it would be the Tremere, the Nosferatu. They're the ones who generally have the most, like, the Nosferatu know the most about Seattle, and the Tremere know the most about magic shit. So if you can get in with either of them, that's your best bet. It's possible some of your contacts, like Cassandra, might be able to offer additional information or avenues to pursue. People do a lot of occult research, maybe it cropped up. And Reggie.
Poor Reggie.
Poor Reggie. 4 successes, a critical success, dodging a bestial failure. Very funny roll you got.
That's the only kind I know.
You are staring out the glass window as you hear this word, and it doesn't happen immediately. It's kind of sinks into your mind. A little dark shadow flies across the window. You can't make it out.
Oh, no.
You know it's some kind of horribly damaged bird. And the lights of the city beyond you start to shift and melt. Not the city itself, but the street lights, the skyscrapers, the car headlights in the distance start to move and stretch, shifting in color and forming this star-like tapestry outside the window in these sort of faint, moody pinks, greens, whites, blues, yellows, just kind of dancing like, almost like fireflies, kind of floating through the air. And as the lights get brighter, the world around them gets darker, and there's a little tiny pinprick of white light on the horizon that shines brightly, continues expanding toward you, washes out all the other lights, and as it fills your vision, you again snap back into reality, smashing your head on the window and leaving a crack in it.
Oh my God, Reggie! What the hell?
Reggie!
Hey, I saw another Toyota Camry.
Go ahead and mark a superficial damage, Reggie. Just tap your health track once.
I go over to look at them, their head, and the window.
There's a big spider web crack.
I don't like that. I'm staring at that for maybe too long.
I'll fix that. I can fix that.
You see this little just shard of glass that's stuck in Reggie's head. Little trickle of blood running down.
Reggie, how are you gonna fix that?
I think I saw a book at the library. Might help. I'll figure it out. I'm sorry about the window.
I'm still staring at the window, and I slowly look at Reggie and just pull the glass out of their forehead.
Oh.
And look at it.
It's not a big impact. It's just a little tiny hole in the middle of their forehead.
That's enough. Toss the piece of glass aside and it's like,
Can I roll insight and add empathy?
On Reggie?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. That'll be wits or intelligence insight. Either is probably fine.
What'd you get?
I got 2 successes.
Hooray!
2 successes. Want to spend a willpower on those 2 failures you have in your non-hunger dice?
Sure. I'm getting it back.
Whoa!
Okay, now this is a usable messy critical.
Oh, is one of these... Oh, okay.
That's a 10. A 10
Yeah.
on your hunger die, and one more. That's 5 successes, but it's the beast giving you that success. So, again, I mean, I'm not going to make you hurt Reggie. I think what it is just this...
You won't have to make me. I'm just kidding.
It's like Homer Simpson just wrings the neck.
You're strangling. Yeah.
Come here, boy.
Tell me how you feel. Open up to me. It is just this deep, harrowing stare that burrows into Reggie's eyes and makes you feel horribly unsettled, Reggie. But you are able to read them. So, Reggie, what does Timothy learn about Reggie's emotional state right now?
That Reggie just had a vision, I think, is like the primary thing. You've seen them wigging out like this. You've seen their eyes like kind of dilating back and forth. And I think that's the main thing that you would get out of it. I mean, they're freaked out, clearly. But, they're not hurt by what happened, physically with the window. But they definitely hate that just happened in front of literally everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Pox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The one they care about the most. Yeah.
Just mean just one more person on the mind.
Yeah. I think what Timothy's going to do as Reggie's looking at them and maintaining that terrible eye contact, I'm going to move incredibly quickly, like almost like a leap towards Reggie. The eyes will stay the same, and I'm going to grab their shoulders.
Whoa.
Are you pushing me out of the way?
Not so much pushing you out of the way, but snatching Richie away from you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, and just kind of really hyper-focused, really close to them. Again, terrible eyes, but my voice is my regular, even keel. Voice is even keel. It's okay. What did you see?
Yeah, Reggie's just, clearly unsettled. They can't stop making eye contact with you. And he just kind of mutters, the city erupted into an ocean of light, and then I snapped back into it, and there was a fucking bird.
I rise slowly, and when I get to full height, I've still locked eye contact with you, but then I blink, and shiver, and I feel like there's maybe somewhat of a guttural growl, and I just sorry, and I close the windshield. I close the blinds, curtains, whatever we have. We have curtains or blinds. That's important.
Blinds. We have
Blinds, definitely blinds.
Reggie was
Okay,
looking at
I close
blinds.
the blinds. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Reggie like snatches their notebook that they had dropped onto the couch, and then basically kind of. I'm kind of imagining this house having like a little bit of an open layout. So she just kind of wanders off to where like the kitchen table is, just sits at the kitchen table and starts jotting things down in the notebook. Basically, it starts jotting like everything that just happened to the notebook.
Sure. You're across from Antonio. As Reggie walks off, a couple people get more texts. Mathias, you get 2 in quick succession. One is from Cassandra, and it just says like, working on something, be in touch. And then the second is from Vivi, and it says, ring your friends. Mars, you also get a text.
I look away from the window and look at my phone.
It is from Runa Roth, and it says, are you okay?
I am looking at my phone and kind of like coming back and is like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? Send.
They send you a shot of a poorly lit by candles tarot spread of the Chariot reverse, 6 of Cups reverse, the Moon, and the Tower. And they say, just heard about Cross. Did this minutes ago. Are you safe?
I look around at my scattered coterie and look back at my phone and say, yeah, we're okay for now. And then send that.
Okay. They respond, great, glad to hear it. And nothing else.
Let me know if anything else is needed. Send.
Okay.
Or let me know if anything else comes up.
Thumbs up.
Hate to, spoil the mood here, looking over at Antonio poring over a book and Reggie like just kind of frantically writing in their journal. But we gotta go.
Go where?
We gotta meet up with Vivi.
Reason why?
I'm gonna guess it has something to do with everything that's happened tonight.
Okay.
She wants all of us.
All of us.
She said bring your friends, and he looks over to Reggie. I guess they're included.
Reggie, you look up. As you look at Mathias, you get another very brief vision, not even preceded by a bird this time. But there's just a flash of an image in your field of view, kind of like a screamer pop-up on a creepypasta video.
Oh no.
I hate that.
But not a horrifying image, just that sudden like flash of a face just kind of coming toward you. You see a like 40-something-year-old woman with black hair that kind of is extending outward and upward, just flashes at you with a stern expression.
What was her name again?
Vivi?
That was her name?
Well, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
You don't recognize this woman.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Reggie just kind of like almost falls out of their chair, kind of going like wide-eyed, just stumbles back and be like, yeah, I got my scooter outside. I'll meet you guys there.
No.
We can all go together, Reggie.
I don't want to get in the way.
We have a whole van.
It's just as easy for me to take the scooter.
No, it's not.
Reggie, you're coming.
How is that easier?
You're coming with us, Reggie.
Okay. I just need 1 second. And they just like run off to the bathroom. And they basically are just like trying to collect themselves, splash a whole bunch of water. And when they come out, they've put a bandage around their forehead.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's like this just old bandage they had clearly like kept in their backpack for a long time.
All right, we heading out?
Yeah.
I think so.
As everyone walks out and, turns off the light switches, Antonio just pipes up with a, wait, why'd you turn that off? Hello? Hello? Anyone?
Pox is just like, I think they're going.
Oh, where?
I wasn't paying attention. You should probably catch up before they leave.
Are you coming with or are you staying here?
Oh, I don't go places. I'm good. I'll just hang. I'll keep looking into
There.
They pick up the stake that had been put in Reggie's chest and they're like, I'm gonna look at this. I think this might be something.
Yeah, good thinking. You need anything while we're out?
You're so nice. No, that's fine. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Antonio.
No problem. I think I got an extra couple blood bags in the fridge. So.
Great, thanks. You should probably give one of those to Reggie. I think they're really wigged out.
Oh, what happened?
they're like realizing like, oh, you also are paying. They're just like, they like look over the cracked window. And
Antonio, are you coming?
Just go. Just here.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Grab one and go.
Wait, what happened to the window?
We're leaving.
I just fixed that.
Grandpa, get your Capri Sun and get in the van.
This is why the cushion is for your butt and not the edge of the couch. It's just going to ruin the leather.
You grab a blood bag, you head out. As you guys are all walking past Timothy's van, I heard Casey say Timothy's van. Do you want to take the van or take Mars's car again, or Antonio's car for that matter?
Whatever's more comfortable.
We have to go in the van because my van's blocking everyone else in.
Yep.
Oh, right.
That is
Okay.
true.
That makes
I was the
sense.
last one to pull in.
This is a really long hose.
Okay, you guys ride in the van. What's the inside of this van look like, Timothy?
Horrible. Awful.
Horrible.
He hasn't cleaned it.
Yeah,
Barely
it's not
cleaned the outside.
There's a bench seat in the passenger area, 2 seats up front. Behind that bench seat is a just mattress that doesn't look great, kind of filthy. The windows are covered with newspaper and tape, and there are clippings of news stories that none of you would be able to understand the significance of littering all over the floor.
Is there like a towel or something that I can sit on?
What?
Reggie just sits on a pizza box.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Mathias is going to stand.
Stand?
You stand in the van. Immediately, Timothy has to make like a hard turn out of the suburbs, and you clunk into his seat.
Land on Mars.
I think
Throw
Antonio will just wordlessly take off his coat and just kind of toss it at her.
Aww.
Not like I
Sure.
can feel temperature anyway.
What a gentleman.
I'm sitting on that. I'm sorry, picturing Mathias sitting on Mars's lap on the like, can you get off me? I'm not sitting on that seat.
Cool. You guys motor. You drive through Seattle we're heading back toward Karma, basically. We're going to south of Lake Union, kind of on the edge of Belltown and Queen Anne. Mathias, you've been here many times in the last 8 to 10 years. This is Vivian O's apartment building where she has a studio. You see, as you're driving and you're passing billboards and those LED signs, you are glimpsing there's these billboards for a concert as part of a tour from the Korean pop star Seojun's son, who has just left their previous band, Ultraviolet, and is going on a solo US tour. There's all these posters advertised, like they're starting in Seattle, they're going coast to coast, and it's like, all new look, all new sound, Seojun's son. Anybody a fan of K-pop in the car? Silence. No. Okay.
No.
I haven't touched that genre yet.
I feel like Mathias has gotten an appreciation for it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you all know what an Oculus is, so I don't know. I don't know who's up to date on their tastes and pop culture.
Reggie might at least know what K-pop is.
Sure.
But
I'm
it's
sure
not
I
like
know
they
what it
have
is.
social media.
Yeah.
Antonio's probably heard the term, but he doesn't know what it is.
If anything, Mars knows what it is and is probably aware of this new artist coming into Seattle.
Yeah,
or
you'd be very aware.
So it's neither here or there. You know, the work is the work. Support it. Good luck.
You know what? I'm going to change my answer. Reggie is a fan of K-pop and knows who this person is.
Okay.
And knows the lyrics to a few songs.
Sure, absolutely. No, you totally can. So you guys go in, you park on the street, you head into this apartment building, maybe stagger your entrances, go up to the 8th floor where Vivian's studio is, buzz in, and as you enter, you see that the entire apartment, all the furniture has been pushed to the walls, and there is this wall-to-wall sand mandala that has been constructed. And
sorry, what is a mandala?
It is an artistic piece composed of sand in different colors.
Oh,
So-
okay, yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Thank you.
Intricately. No, a good question to ask. It's important. It's not vampire lore, but we should explain. This wall-to-wall sand mandala. You see that she is kind of like jumping between furniture. This 40-year-old Korean woman, Vivian O, long black hair, wearing kind of a loose, flowy, like very artsy. I don't know what it's called. It's not like a cardigan. It's like a thin over shirt type thing over her shirt and pants.
Like a blouse, or
But like like a droopy kind of.
It's like a shawl,
like a shawl, but with sleeves.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I just can't think of the word either.
She's leaping between furniture, kind of carefully balancing to not disturb the mandala. She holds up a hand as you guys look at her and she says, Don't step on anything. And as you guys creep around the sides of the room, you see that the mandala, as you get a perspective on it, is an image of your domain's central household, where you all just came from, with lightning striking the top of it. And so closes another chapter of Midnight Gravity.
Wait,
No!
But should we tell
does that
Pox
mean?
what's going to happen? We left Pox at home.
We got a lot of computers
Well,
plugged
they're in the
in.
basement, so
No, you
okay.
should give them a warning, or their power strip is going to get fried for
We
sure.
have
Oh,
prophetic
true.
visions at home, points to Reggie.
I think they use surge protectors. I think they're covered.
Get your backup batteries.
Thank you all so much for playing and listening. We do we have anything that we would like to plug?
No.
Yes.
Oh, all right. I guess
Oh,
not.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, Seth, let me know.
Okay. Jonas can go first.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Look at me. I'm the director now. Okay, yeah. Tintenseher, itch.io, YouTube, working on stuff. Thanks. Check me out.
Good job, Jonas. Rachel.
Follow me on Twitch,
This is what we
twitch.tv/Majora's Rose,
What's
or
going on?
at Rachel Kordell for my personal socials.
Love it. Casey. Enough of that, Casey. I'd like to go. I'd like to talk about the color pink and why it is the greatest color. Sorry, Casey. Did you
I
have
wasn't
something?
even the
I'm so
first
sorry.
one against
Casey,
pink.
I'm so sorry. Did you have
The
something?
great RP Justice Civil War.
Civil War on pink.
For context, we had a huge fight.
No context.
No
Oh,
context.
okay,
No
no
context.
context.
We just had a huge
There
fight.
was
Not
a
allowed.
huge fight.
It's a huge fight. There was blood.
If you're in New York, go check out A Series of Unfortunate Folks over at the Players Theater coming up on October 28th at 7 p.m. They got a spooky sketch show called Sneaky Snakes.
Oh, very fun.
Andrew,
Oh man.
Seth, Sky, who's next?
Yeah, Sky can have it.
Okay. Well, hey, lightning usually
Crash.
doesn't strike the same. Yeah, thank you. Crash. Doesn't strike the same place twice, and you know it also doesn't strike the same place twice.
What?
You leave in a review. You do it one time, you leave it alone forever, but you make it 5 stars that one time, and you'll never have to go back and edit it to make it even higher star rating
Yeah,
when you
you
realize
just also
the
have-
mistake you made for putting it at such a low value. Casey, what were you going to say?
I was
Well,
just going to
I
say
was
your
in the
lightning
middle
can
of talking.
strike in multiple places. You can strike us on Apple Podcasts, on
Podcast,
Spotify.
yeah,
You can that lightning can hit multiple spots.
A lightning storm strikes a lot, but not in the same place, baby.
Good night.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, little
No, I'm
sleepy
vetoing
bunny.
good morning. It's good night. We're doing good night.
Good night.